Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection, because perfection doesn't exist. First of all, please excuse this. One of my lights fell on my nose. It's a little bit painful and a little bit swollen and obviously red, so ignore it. Let's not talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Today I want to talk to you about products that I have personally kind of like whittled out of my skincare routine because I just don't feel like they're necessary anymore, and sometimes even a little old-fashioned. But also trending products that kind of make sense but also kind of don't. Please remember, this is just my personal experience and things that I no longer need. If you're using these and you love them, please continue to do so. But before we get going, today's video is again sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with literally thousands of classes that you can take to help develop existing skills, find new interests, help inspire you, and in general just get creative, which I feel is something we all need for however long we've been locked down for. I don't want to make Skillshare sound boring, but Skillshare for me has kind of become like homework in the sense that I love taking these classes and making sure that at least once a week I'm doing these classes because I can do them in my own time. And these classes personally, for me as someone who's freelance, self-employed, really just keeps me on track and focused. And honestly, without sounding cheesy, quite inspired to carry on doing what I'm doing. And I talked about this class before, but I'm actually still taking Nathaniel Drew's Creativity Unleashed classes. And yes, I'm still doing this class, but that's why it fits perfectly for me because I'm so busy all the time. I can watch these classes whenever I want to in my own time without feeling stressed like I need to get through them. I don't have any deadlines. I can just really take in all the information in my own free time. So if you're looking to expand on an existing skill, polish up your career here and there, or just get inspired by the amazing, inspiring creators on this platform, sign up via the link in the top of the description box. First 1,000 people to click this link will get a free trial or Skillshare Premium membership. Then after that, it's around $10 a month. So honestly, do it. I'm guarantee you'll find something you love and that will help re-inspire you. Let's talk about probably one of the most trendiest products with the kids at the moment, and that is these large hydrocolloid patches. This is like some kind of like acne secret that's been going viral on TikTok recently, when really it's been around for a long time. People have been doing this for a long time. So yes, these are just large hydrocolloid patches that do a number of things actually. They're often used in hospitals to help heal wounds and keep them clean, but you could obviously buy them at this smaller consumer level. And this is just big versions of the same material that pimple patches are made out of. So these hydrocolloid patches and pimple patches, they help protect your spots, they help heal your spots. They supply a safe and clean and comfortable environment so that your spots can heal. And they can also suck up like oil and gunk from your pores, from your spots. So yeah, technically these are just giant pimple patches, right? However, here's my personal opinion as to why you do not need to buy these and why I don't think you should really. There is no need, first of all, to use these patches all over your face. You just need to use them in areas where you have spots or irritation. When you watch all these videos, you watch these people peeling off these massive patches and they're just left with what looks like really red, irritated skin. In some cases, they've completely ripped off the head of the spot and it just looks like raw skin underneath. So in my personal opinion, you just need to buy pimple patches, apply them on those focused areas. For me, I use them obviously on spots, on whiteheads. I also use them on areas of irritation to stop them getting more irritated, to stop me itching them. And they are a much more convenient pimple-sized patch, and you can buy different sizes. The second reason I won't buy these is, to me, they're also a bit of a waste of money. A pack of bandages I'm looking at now is roughly the same cost as a normal pack of pimple patches. This is compared to the brand COSRX. Both are around $4 depending on where you buy them from. However, the way these giant hydrocolloid patches are being used online at the moment means they are single use. So people are emptying the pack, putting them on their face and being like, oh, look at this. With COSRX, you get around 24 patches, meaning you get 24 uses versus one. It just doesn't make sense money-wise to me. What you could do if you want to with these hydrocolloid patches is just cut them up into little squares and you'll probably get way more than 24 pack actually. So that's what I would do actually. Instead of using them as just one big tearaway thing, you can cut them up and get your money's worth. The third point here is actually when people are using the blister patches on their face. These are often absolutely fine. Again, it's the exact same thing, but sometimes what blister patches will do, because they're made for the back of your feet, is they'll have a different adhesive around the circumference. I've not used that word for ages. Meaning it's a stronger adhesive because they're made to go on the back of your foot, the side of your foot, usually the bits where the shoe rubs, and they're made to withstand the shoe constantly rubbing on your foot all day. So they have a stronger adhesive around the outside, which probably doesn't work well on your face and may be a little bit too strong, and you may end up like putting some skin away, very possibly. So be careful. There is a brand called, oh, what? I literally bought them the other day. Peace Out pore strips. They do them for the nose, these giant hydrocolloid patches that look like pore strips, and they do single strips as well for the forehead. I love the nose ones because they do make you look poreless for a little bit. So if I'm looking particularly congested, or I'm going to some form of occasion where I'll see a lot of people, I will leave one of these nose patches on overnight, lift it away, the next day all those little sebaceous filaments are gone. But other than that, just buy pimple patches or cut them up. There's no need to just be like, okay, here's not really a controversial one, but I think this only applies to really now, and that is you don't really need a dedicated niacinamide serum anymore or hyaluronic acid serum. Listen to this. Niacinamide and hyaluronic acid at the moment are everywhere, in everything, and in good concentrations. That's the main thing here. And I do feel like this is just like a trend-led thing at the moment because niacinamide and hyaluronic acid are hugely popular for very, very good reasons, but it just means they're in everything. The majority of my toners, essences, and some serums have at least 5% niacinamide in. And no exaggeration, if you go and look at your skincare now, go and look at what you're using, I can pretty much guarantee that nearly every single product has a form of hyaluronic acid in, if not 2 forms of hyaluronic acid in. It is everywhere. It's been everywhere, but it's just very popular right now. And they are in everything to a point where I just don't need a dedicated serum for either of these anymore. Bearing in mind when it comes to the niacinamide, it's probably because I use a lot of brightening products, so it is a popular ingredient for that. Niacinamide works great at 5%, but I feel like we've been tricked as consumers into thinking that a higher percentage means better and more effective. Higher percentage means more results, better results. You know, you've done your 5% niacinamide, let's move on to 10% or 20%. And that's not really the case. I actually watched an amazing video from a dermatologist who recently said that the reason people may be unnecessarily reacting badly to niacinamide is because they're using those higher percentages that they just don't need. No one really needs because, again, niacinamide works great at 5%, and you will find that 5% in a lot of your skincare. I feel like even a year ago, you wouldn't have seen this much niacinamide in your skincare, but now, because again, it's on trend, it's trendy, it's everywhere. The same hyaluronic acid everywhere, but it's kind of, I feel like it's over marketed. I feel like it's got a really good PR team, you know? It's almost been sold as this amazing anti-aging ingredient when really it's just a temporary plumping ingredient that does make your skin look great for a little bit. But again, it's everywhere. If you want your skin to look temporarily plumper for that day, again, you're going out somewhere, you want your skin to look bouncy and dewy and plump, go ahead, use a dedicated hyaluronic acid serum. Do you need to dedicate yourself to using a dedicated hyaluronic acid serum every single day, twice a day? Absolutely not. Hyaluronic acid is a perfect example of an ingredient that they keep trying to expand on and make sound more and more impressive when really, at its most basic level, it does a very good job at doing what it needs to do, like niacinamide. Again, if you're using those dedicated serums and they've changed your life, keep doing it. For me, niacinamide within skincare made a big difference when it came to my oil production. So not necessarily because it was in a dedicated serum, but it's just a great ingredient to have in skincare. But if you are really struggling with your oily skin, niacinamide is a good one to go for. But I feel like if you've not got that skin type anymore, which I don't, and you get enough of it everywhere else. All right, I'm going on. Sheet masks. I talk about this all the time. I think now I just find sheet masks a little bit boring and redundant in a way. And here's the thing, they feel great whilst I'm doing them. They leave my skin looking so well hydrated and plumpy and bouncy. And they're fun to do, you know, when your friends come round or for a relaxing night in. They're a good thing to do, just feel like you're pampering yourself a little bit. But for me, it's really about the benefits that a lot of them promise. Sheet masks are going to hydrate your skin very, very well. They usually come with a very hydrating serum. Whatever the other ingredient promises are, they're going to hydrate your skin. Then obviously you got that sheet mask, which is the occlusive layer that's going to trap it all in. But it's these sheet masks that promise all these different things. So you get vitamin C ones, you get skin brightening ones, you get all these sheet masks with actives in that promise all this stuff, but they're usually one use. You're using one mask, probably what, maximum once or twice a week. So are you really truly going to see these benefits from these ingredients? So see it this way, sheet masks are soaked in a serum. When we get a new serum, do we give it one chance to work and show results? No. Do we give it 5 chances to work and hope that our serum gives us results within 5 uses? Absolutely not. We give our products like a month or more of constant use before we expect to see any of these benefits. So I guess to me, it's just a bit of a waste of time. Like, why, other than wanting nicely hydrated looking skin for a bit, all these other claims that sheet mask makes, I just think they just don't make sense. And I just never expect to see any other benefits because it just doesn't make sense to use it once and expect those results. And that is why I do prefer the reusable masks that I've been using and showing off, because you can use your own serums and really get those benefits over time, and you still have that nice occlusive layer that's trapping everything in. A lot of what these sheet masks like market themselves as and advertise themselves as is like, we've got a whole bottle of serum in one sheet mask. Where, in what routine are you going to use up a whole bottle of serum? It's just insane to me. So you're left there with it all dripping down your neck, and you're trying to do your neck, and you're doing your hands and your arms, and it's everywhere. Looking back at it now, everything just feels so excessive and time wasting when it comes to these sheet masks. But again, every so often I will still do one. Speaking of masks, another mask I haven't done for a really long time is a clay mask. Bear in mind, I still have particular clay masks that I absolutely love, and again, will use on special occasions. I just feel, similarly to the sheet mask, I have better alternatives to what, and longer term result alternatives to what a clay mask claims to do. For me, when I was a teenager to my mid-20s, I had unbelievably oily skin, uncontrollable oily skin. And that's when I would religiously use clay masks. I actually used to use a clay mask nearly every day back then to try and kind of like soak up all this excess oil. And back then I thought the clay was like drawing everything out of my pores and making my pores small and controlling my oils, when really it wasn't. It was just giving me that temporary effect of no excess sebum, no excess oils, and smaller looking pores. And I used to use this as a relaxation method as well. Bath, clay mask, let it dry on, and then crack, you know, when you would let it dry and then crack your face and it all fall off. That's when you know you've had it on too long. But now I guess I'm just like, oh, there's so much effort. Like to brush it on and then to let it dry and then to take it all off. It's just, for me, it's... But now I guess for me, when it comes to what I used to use clay masks for, controlling my oil production, right? I just have better alternatives. BHA, zinc PCA, even niacinamide, and just hydrating my skin, keeping it well hydrated. All things that work better for me than what a clay mask does. And also all things that keep me doing hydrated, the opposite of what a clay mask used to do. And that's the thing, is I used to think I had to be matte and stripped in order for my oils to be controlled, whereas I know that's not the case anymore. I just feel like a clay mask comes under the category of skincare that gives you very temporary solutions instead of long-term results. So there we go. Those are products that I've just completely taken out of my skincare routine, not by choice, but just because I just naturally stopped using them because I have better alternatives. Let me know if you've also stopped using any of these and any kind of products that you've stopped using as well. Maybe they were just hyped up at the time and then you realize they weren't really worth it, or your skin has just completely changed. Let me know in the comments down below. But you can watch more skincare routines here actually, and a bit of general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.